doing something that I've not done before, and that's approach Yr Wyddfa via the Llanfaris path. It's quite a long but gradual one. We have our first real snow of the winter as well on Gan Evergain, Yr Wyddfa, and there's some on the Eryri as well. All the other mountains seem to be pretty bereft of it. Another thing I'm doing, I've substituted my wide angle from a macro lens. I want to try and challenge myself today to at least get one image, just like a nice intimate shot. There's snow and ice up the top. Just see if we can get something nice and intimate. You don't normally associate macro lenses with the mountains, but I want to change that today and see what I can get. Yeah, really nice crisp morning. While I'm tackling this path, I'll just show you some images from this morning near Capel Currig. Yeah, we had a really nice foggy morning. I was hoping for frost, but it just wasn't quite cold enough. Still, we had some lovely conditions, so I'll put these up while I trudge my way up here. I'm feeling heavy legs today as well, so it'll be interesting nearer the top. Skies, cold, crisp. It's got a lot cloudier. It's starting to rain. In about 100 metres that should be snow. Although it's bloody roasting. I've only got a t-shirt and a little slight jumper on, and I'm hot. But I can guarantee 100 metres up it should be snowing. Just seen it over the Divide then, so yeah. One extreme to another today. How many times do you see me like this in videos? Coat on, in the elements. It's always fascinating when you just cross that freezing line. You can see it raining, but then gradually you see a few chunks of white bits coming through the rain. Then it gets more chunkier, more white bits, and then you're in the snow. I'm just in that transition now, where it's raining with the odd kind of like snowflake, and it'll go sleety, and then I can see right at the top on the Gan Evergain, it's snowing up there now. I'd rather get in the snow because I lathered waterproof spray all over my coat last night, dried it off ready for today. I'm glad I did it for my boots as well. Just hope it pays off. Yeah, very atmospheric. My fitness today is awful. Honestly, absolute slogging it up here. Usually up in no time, but yeah, really heavy legs. A lot of clouds coming now, so Yr Wyddfa, Gan Evergain are all clagged in. It might be in for the day, so having this macro lens might actually come in handy, because there might be nothing else to photograph other than stuff at my feet. Got a nice view over to Yr Wyddfa. Sorry about the pronunciation. Then we're looking over to Eryri and Mynydd Mawr Cyngorion. It might be a nice shot there actually, with the rolling hills and the cloud. Anyway, I'm nearly at the snow line now. It took me long enough. Ooh. reached the snow line now. Views are just starting to open up down to the Llanberis path. Climperdown in the distance. Oh mate, I've only brought one bottle of water up and it's such a dry air, there's no wind. And the dry air is meaning I'm drinking a lot more than I usually do, even in the summer. I'm drinking more than I do in the summer and I'm pretty much through my only bottle. Stupid mistake, I normally drink 2 bottles, especially in the winter. Simply because the dry air makes you thirsty, even more so than the summer, and I've only brought one. And I've got 2 hours till sunset. I'm hoping there's some deep snow at the top and I'll just like get a load of that, whack it in a bottle, and hopefully it'll melt down and I can drink it. But it's a very kind of low layer of snow at the moment, so that might not be possible. Fill it with snow. It's not deep. Hopefully there's no sheep shit on this. And it's just pure snow. Honestly, I need to do it. I've used up 1 bottle, so I need to whack a load of snow in it. Maybe blow into it to melt it, and I will have water again. Yes, I'd say macro is one of my weakest subjects. I don't do a lot of it, and I'm not the best of it. But it's really kind of an interesting exercise to do it in the mountains. However, doing macro in the mountains is a really kind of slow process. You've got to kind of get your camera in the right position, make sure it's focused, really take your time on the images. But when it's like -5 during a snow blizzard on top of a mountain, it's not that easy. Luckily we've not got much wind. But I've just took my first image of like a golden grass, but it's got like an icicle clinging to it. So it's quite a simple kind of framed image. It's not my best shot, but it's one to kind of like ease me in. I'll put that up for you now, and hopefully you might think it's alright. Bitterly cold now, really is bitterly cold. Anyway, this challenge it isn't really about the images, it's about just appreciating the landscape, and in conditions where you've got no views like today, having that lens makes you still look for images, still kind of keep the eye moving, because you can still find things even though they're very intimate. You can still find, like, especially in the snow, all the ice shapes and ice patterns. So I'm going to carry on looking and see how we're doing this challenge. Probably going to fail. The first image was okay, but yeah, I'm hoping. The only thing up here is it's a lot of snow, but there's not much water, and water gives you the ice shapes and patterns. That's all down in Glass Lane and Llyn-y-Dwal. But I'll keep on looking. But yeah, I recommend anyone to try it. Just give it a go, and it just like forces you to look for new things. Just found a second image, so there's an icicle sticking off the bottom of a rock, but because of the temperature, what is it? It's probably 0 to -1, so there's water. It's not full ice, there's water droplets coming off it, so it looks really cool with the droplets just about to kind of fall off the icicle. So I've got my macro lens on again. It's a fixed 105mm, so you have to kind of like be quite accurate with where you put your camera, tripod, lens, all that stuff. So I'm just trying to finesse it, but if it turns out okay again, I'll show you this one. another image then, but I was right on the, so after Ganov again, if anyone's done this mountain, it's kind of like a nice safe plateau, but it soon kind of descends into a knife ridge, following on to Cryb Disgwyl and then Cryb Goch. But on the ridge there was these nice grasses, golden grasses, but they had the snow just like coating around them, and because they were on a ridge, just behind was just a nice grey simple background, so them themselves looked like a couple of hikers along the ominous ridge. So yeah, that was with my other lens though, but it still had the kind of macro look to it. So really enjoyed doing this challenge though, because it just forces you to look for things when the conditions for maybe the epic shots aren't there. And you should always like bring it anyway. There's always, even if the conditions are epic, you can still find the intimate shots too, which I need to do more of. It's kind of why I've done this video, but I'll definitely be doing more of it, even in the grandeur scenes as the Snowdon Horseshoe. This is about to die though, so I'm going to head back down. If I do any more... Sorry about that, my DJI died. I've come back down to the scene as that before, with Moch and Gorion on the right. I think it's Clogwyn. I'm sure the cliffside's called, they call it the Cloggy, I think, so it's a bit like the Idwal slabs, and then the Llyn below it, but the sky could go a nice colour, so I'm just going to capture an image here. I might have to bracket it, don't really like doing that, because it looks a bit too HDR-y, but if we get an image it should be quite a nice way to finish it. Anyway, I was just going to say, doing the macro on the mountain, really enjoyed it, especially when we were clagged in, and I couldn't really get any other shots anyway, so to fall back on that it was great. But even if the views were amazing, I still would have tried to get me images. So I'm probably going to call it now. I hope you've enjoyed the video, something a bit different. It really was brutal up there as well. The weather was, the snow was coming in, so again it was quite hard. I only ever vlog in conditions that are really hard to vlog in, typical, but it gives off the best conditions anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, and why don't you try out your macro on the mountain. But until next time, I'll see you.